Welcome, everybody, to a journey into a different kind of gospel. We're talking about the Gospel of Barnabas, a text that's been sparking debate and discussion for centuries. It's like the unexpected cousin at a family reunion, familiar yet different. This gospel presents an alternative narrative to the canonical gospels, one that resonates deeply with Islamic beliefs. Now, before you get any ideas, we're not here to rewrite history or start any theological throwdowns. Think of this as an exploration of ideas, a space for critical thinking, and, dare I say, a little bit of intellectual curiosity. Over the next few minutes, we'll be diving into 10 key teachings from the Gospel of Barnabas, teachings that, despite their ancient origins, offer surprisingly relevant insights for our modern lives. Let's get to it. All right, let's jump right into the deep end with the first big teaching: Jesus as a prophet, not the Son of God. In the Gospel of Barnabas, Jesus is revered as a prophet chosen by God. This aligns with the Islamic belief in Jesus as a messenger of God, a prophet in the same vein as Abraham, Moses, and Muhammad. This understanding opens up a whole new avenue for interfaith dialogue, particularly between Christians and Muslims. Imagine a world where instead of focusing on our differences, we focus on the common ground, where we see the shared prophetic traditions, the overlapping values, and the mutual respect for Jesus, albeit through different lenses. It's about recognizing that religious figures can hold different meanings for different communities, and that's okay. So, the next time you find yourself face to face with someone of a different faith, remember the lesson from the Gospel of Barnabas. Focus on the common ground, appreciate the differences, and let's build those bridges of understanding. Now, if you thought the first teaching was intriguing, buckle up, because we're about to dive into another fascinating aspect of the Gospel of Barnabas, the foretelling of Muhammad. This gospel explicitly mentions Muhammad as the coming prophet, the one who will complete the message of God. The Gospel of Barnabas argues that Jesus predicted Muhammad's arrival, linking Christianity and Islam. This idea of religious continuity is powerful stuff. It paints a picture of an interconnected tapestry of beliefs. Recognizing these connections opens up a new level of understanding and appreciation for human spirituality. Let's move on to the next big idea in the Gospel of Barnabas, the unwavering emphasis on monotheism, the belief in one God. In a world bombarded with distractions, notifications, deadlines, that never-ending scroll of social media, having a singular focus can be incredibly grounding. The Gospel of Barnabas advocates for this singular focus in our spiritual lives. It reminds us that amidst the chaos there's one constant, one source of truth, one ultimate reality: God. Whether you call it God, the universe, or simply a higher power, the principle remains the same. Focus your energy, your intention, your very being on that one source of truth. It's like that old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. The Gospel of Barnabas is like, nah, fam, find that one sturdy divine basket and put all your eggs in it. So take a moment to reflect. What's the one thing, the one belief, the one value that truly anchors you? Find it. Focus on it and let it guide you through the complexities of life. You might be surprised by the sense of clarity and direction it brings. Chapter 4. Walking the walk: faith in action. True faith is about walking the walk, aligning our actions with our beliefs, living a life that reflects our values. Like fitness, faith requires effort and discipline. Be honest, kind, and compassionate. Choose actions that reflect your deepest values. Chapter 5. Questioning the narrative, the crucifixion debate. The Gospel of Barnabas asserts that Jesus wasn't crucified, but rather God ascended him to heaven. This teaching encourages us to be critical thinkers, to question the narratives we've been taught, and to be open to different interpretations of history. The Gospel of Barnabas reminds us that history is often written by the victors, and there are always multiple sides to every story. It's about acknowledging that different communities hold different beliefs, and that's okay. This teaching isn't about proving anyone right or wrong. It's about fostering a spirit of inquiry, of respectful dialogue, and of understanding. So, the next time you encounter a historical account, especially one as significant as the crucifixion, don't just accept it at face value. Ask questions, explore different perspectives, and engage in respectful dialogue with those who hold differing views. Chapter 6. The Call to Repentance, a Time for Change. In the Gospel of Barnabas, repentance isn't about punishment, it's about transformation. It's about recognizing our shortcomings, taking responsibility for our actions and striving to be better. In our modern world, this message of repentance couldn't be more relevant. We live in a time where accountability is often lacking, where people are quick to point fingers and slow to take responsibility for their own actions. The Gospel of Barnabas reminds us that true growth requires us to acknowledge our mistakes, to learn from them, and to make amends. It's about owning up to our flaws, apologizing for the harm we've caused, and making a conscious effort to change our ways. So, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are there areas where you need to make amends? Embrace the message of repentance as an opportunity for growth, for forgiveness, and for a fresh start. Chapter 7. The Antidote to Consumerism, Rejecting Materialism. We live in a world obsessed with stuff, with the latest gadgets, the trendiest clothes. The Gospel of Barnabas challenges this mindset, urging us to reject material possessions. True happiness comes from who we are and our connections. True wealth lies in relationships, communities, and our connection to something greater. Find joy in simple things, loved ones, passions, and making a positive impact. Invest in experiences and personal growth, not material goods. Chapter 8. All equal, all deserving, embracing equality. The Gospel of Barnabas asserts that all people, regardless of their background, beliefs, or social standing, are equal in the eyes of God. In a world grappling with systemic inequalities, this teaching is a powerful call for justice and compassion. Every single person deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. It calls for a world where everyone has an equal opportunity to thrive. Movements for social justice are rooted in the belief that all human beings are created equal. Use your voice and resources to fight for a world where equality is a lived reality for everyone. Chapter 9. Beyond ourselves, the power of charity. The Gospel of Barnabas doesn't just advocate for charity, it reframes it as a fundamental aspect of what it means to be human. It's not just about giving money, it's about giving of ourselves. In a world increasingly driven by self-interest, where individualism often trumps collective responsibility, this teaching is a powerful reminder that we're all interconnected and that our well-being is inextricably linked to the well-being of others. When we help others, whether it's through volunteering our time, donating to a worthy cause, or simply lending a helping hand to someone in need, we're not just making a difference in their lives, we're enriching our own. The act of giving, of extending ourselves beyond our own self-interest, has a ripple effect. It strengthens communities, fosters empathy, and creates a more just and compassionate world for everyone. So find a cause you're passionate about, get involved in your community, and make a conscious effort to incorporate acts of kindness and generosity into your daily life. Chapter 10. Keeping it real, calling out hypocrisy. The Gospel of Barnabas doesn't shy away from calling out those who preach one thing but practice another, particularly within religious contexts. It's a reminder that faith without action is hollow, that words without deeds are meaningless. In a world often saturated with performative piety, where religious beliefs are sometimes used to justify discrimination, intolerance, and even violence, this teaching is a much-needed reality check. It reminds us that true faith isn't about outward appearances or empty rituals. It's about living a life that reflects our deepest values. The Gospel of Barnabas challenges us to be authentic in our spirituality, to align our actions with our beliefs, and to live in a way that reflects the true spirit of our faith. It's about walking the walk, not just talking the talk, and holding ourselves accountable for living up to the values we claim to espouse. So let's make a conscious effort to live in a way that reflects our deepest values, to be the change we want to see in the world, and to call out hypocrisy wherever we encounter it, starting with ourselves. The Gospel of Barnabas, Ancient Wisdom for Modern Times. So there you have it, folks. 10 key teachings from the Gospel of Barnabas, a text that's often overlooked but surprisingly relevant to our modern lives. It offers a unique perspective on the life and teachings of Jesus, one that aligns closely with Islamic views and challenges us to think critically about our own beliefs and values. From the emphasis on monotheism and ethical living to the rejection of materialism and the call for social justice, the Gospel of Barnabas offers timeless wisdom that transcends religious boundaries. It's a reminder that, despite our differences, we're all connected and that we have a responsibility to create a more just, compassionate, and equitable world for everyone. So, let's take these teachings to heart. Let's engage in respectful dialogue. Let's challenge our own biases. And let's strive to live in a way that reflects our deepest values. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploration. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Peace!